Okay, I'm continuing with the modification of the 2800 board. The I explained in the other video how to get it set up, do the functions. What I'm going to do here is I'll move the camera a little bit and then do a macro. I am going to drill my holes in the board where I need the resistor to go through, because I'm going to put the resistor here through the top of the board. So I get a very small drill bit, and then right around where the 2 is on the 2800, I just go right over that. Try not to get any traces. Drill the hole through. And then right here in this spot, because you're going to solder to here and to here. So stay away from the traces. Use as small of a drill bit as you can. Unfortunately, with my drill, this is as small as I can get. Alright, now, I'm actually probably a little bit closer to that there than what I wanted, but it should do the trick. And then what I do, I put my resistor in through the top. And then, as you can see, you have your legs at the bottom. So then what I like to do is then just bend it over, and then I clip it off right about there. And then the same thing here. Bend it and clip it till it's just beyond the point that I want to solder, because then I don't have to worry about it running anywhere over. Hopefully my iron is hot enough to be doing this at this point. I get them nice and tight in there. Get a little bit of solder on my iron. And then I just work it. There we go. That one's soldered on there. A little more soldered on my iron. And then I come over here. And all I try to do is just get it hot enough that it bleeds in there. Okay, so you can see I got it soldered there. Very nicely done, and it won't, you don't have to worry about it breaking free. And there. So that's that part. Now, for all intents and purposes, this is done and it's ready to go. You can see how the resistor is in there. It's nice. It's away from everything. And it goes through. So then you can actually, PT 1100 on the bottom or goop it. I usually just goop it, but a lot of guys use PT 1100 tape. But either way, you can do it, and it maintains kind of a even surface. If you put the resistor on the bottom, then what happens is you end up with it being a little bit higher and moving. Now I am not going to wire the slave master on here at this point, but again, I just want to reiterate that the first spot here is where you're going to put the power running from the slave master. Now if you want, you can just, for the 0.47 resistor that Dave sends with it, you can actually just take that resistor and slide it through and solder it in, and then run your wire over to the power. But that's where the power from the slave master comes. Here is where the negative for the slave master will be, right there. Oops, not a very good picture, I got it twisted. Right there. The negative for the trigger is here, and the positive for the trigger is right here. And I leave the original wires from the hot shoe in there so that I know where they go, and then as I just go to replace, like when I go to do my power, I'll pull this out and replace it with the power. When I go to do my negative for the trigger, I'll unsolder that and solder it in, and then this. So that way you don't have as much confusion when you do it. But anyway,